Happy Sunday Fun Day, everybody. X-Man 1991 back again with another video. Today's video ran in sponsorship by Arizona Real Brewed Sweet Tea. And you know what? I don't have to take a sip of this because I do not have to keep my anger in check or maintain my composure. Today we're going to do a recap of last night's college football game between the Rice Owls and the Texas Longhorns. Ooh, the Longhorns killed this whole game. They outscored the Owls in the first quarter 16-0. Then they outscored them in the second quarter 28-0. At halftime, Longhorns 44, Owls 0. Longhorns outscored the Owls in the third quarter 14-0. After 3, Longhorns 58, Owls 0. Neither teams didn't score shit in the fourth quarter. Final score, Texas Longhorns 58, Rice Owls 0. The Longhorns are now 2-1. 1-0 at the crib and 1-1 on the road. The Longhorns' next game is on my mama's birthday, Saturday, September 25th, taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders this upcoming Saturday. Then they take on TCU on October 2nd. The TCU Horned Frogs. October 9th, taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. October 16th, taking on Oklahoma State. October 30th, the day before Halloween, against the Baylor Bears. November 6th against Iowa State. November 13th, taking on the Kansas City Jayhawks. November 20th against West Virginia. And their last season of the game, November 26th, taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. Congratulations, Longhorns, for winning last night's first game at the crib, by the way. Their next game at the crib is this Saturday. Like I said, the Longhorns are 2-1. 1-0 at the crib and 1-1 on the road. I couldn't find the channel to watch this game last night, but I'm glad that the Longhorns had won. Let's hope they win their next game this Saturday. Alright, let's talk about this next subject of this rant. Okay, here we go. Alright, here's the next subject of this rant. September 19th, 2006. Lupe Fiasco released his debut album, Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, under Atlantic Records and First and 15th Records. The album was originally reported to have debuted at number 12 on the Billboard 200, but due to incomplete Nielsen SoundScan reports, the album actually debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and was certified silver. The album received 4 Grammy Award nominations, including Grammy Award for Best Rap Album at the 49th Grammys. 3 singles from the album include Kick Push, I Gotcha, and Daydreamin'. Daydreamin' won Best Urban/Alternative Song at the 50th Grammy Awards. Guest appearances on the album are Gemini and Sarah Green of First and 15th, Jonah Matragna, Matthew Santos, Jill Scott, and Jay-Z. Lupe Fiasco was signed to Epic Records when he was 19 years old and was a member of a group called The Pack. The group released 1 single before splitting up. He later signed a recording contract with Arista Records, but was dropped when President and Chief CEO L.A. Reid was fired. Jay-Z was impressed by Lupe Fiasco's verse on Kanye's Touch the Sky and agreed to become the executive producer on the album. Lupe Fiasco, that's the first time I heard from him from Kanye's song Touch the Sky, and I've been a fan ever since. The album sold 81,000 copies in its first week. Then, as of January 2008, it went on to sell 325,000 copies in the U.S. Looking back on this album 15 years later, Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, even though it came out in the mid-2000s, to me, this is definitely a classic. Lupe was 24 years old when he released this album. Today, he's 39 years old. Wow, this is a classic. Lupe is one of the realest hip-hop. He's one of my favorite hip-hop artists of the 2000s era. The whole album is a classic. He has a great flow, and the album is just amazing. He's one of those artists that really deserves more credit, and I'm still pissed that he hasn't won any awards yet. That's a damn shame how good artists like Lupe is getting overshadowed by non-talented hacks like Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake. Rappers like Lupe definitely deserves more credit. Six years later, on September 25th, Lupe released a sequel to this album. Wait, what's the name of the sequel? Hold on. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor 2, The Great American Rap Album Part 1. A sequel was released 6 years later on September 25th. I would highly recommend this album to you if you haven't listened to it. 15 years of Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. It's a classic. But anyway, that wraps up my thoughts about last night's college football game between the Rice Owls and the Texas Longhorns, and celebrating 15 years of Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next Longhorns and anniversary rants. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, leave your comment down below. And I'll catch you tomorrow for a recap of today's game between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. My recap of the Arizona Diamondbacks versus Houston Astros will not be until Wednesday. And reminiscing 22 years of a confrontation between Vince McMahon, Triple H, and Stone Cold Steve Austin from the September 20th, 1999 edition of Raw is War. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Happy 15th anniversary to Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor. And go Texas Longhorns.